President Lyndon B. Johnson and his family moved into the White House on December 7th, 1963. 2 days later, Johnson told his chief usher, "Mr. West, if you can't get that shower of mine fixed, I'm going to have to move back to the Elms," referring to his Washington, D.C. home. This was the first complaint that J.B. West had ever received about the shower. "It doesn't have enough pressure. It's a terrible shower, that's what it is. Now my shower at the Elms." And the president proceeded to describe his beloved shower that he was unwilling to live without. According to the president's daughter, Lucy Baines Johnson, a shower that had volume and force was one of life's few comforts. It's not much to ask for when you're the leader of the free world. Well, it sounds reasonable to me, you might be thinking. But what exactly did LBJ have in mind by a shower with volume and force? According to presidential historian Kate Anderson Brower, President Johnson's Washington, D.C. and Texas homes were both equipped with a shower like nothing the staff had ever seen. Water charged out of multiple nozzles in every direction with needle-like intensity and a hugely powerful force. One nozzle was pointed directly at the president's you-know-what, and another shot right up his rear. The total pressure of the shower was the equivalent of a fire hose. Johnson demanded that a switch be installed in his shower to immediately change the water temperature from scalding hot to freezing cold, or from freezing cold to scalding hot, with absolutely no setting for warm. It's really interesting how well these temperature settings reflected Johnson's two-sided, all-or-nothing Jekyll and Hyde personality. Those who knew him best agreed that he could be cold-hearted and crass 1 minute and then warm and generous the next. It seems that some of the most fascinating characters are almost always of two extremes, at once hot and cold, compassionate and cruel, charming, demanding and generous, narcissistic and insecure. Perhaps this is why, even though many said LBJ was harder on his staff than any other 20th century president, they also said that his staff were some of the most devoted and loyal. White House plumbing foreman Reds Arrington was tortured by President Johnson over the water pressure and temperature of his shower for 5 years. No matter what Reds did, it was never hot enough or strong enough for the president. A team of plumbers and engineers were sent both to the Elms in Washington, D.C., and the Johnson's Ranch in Stonewall, Texas, to thoroughly inspect and study both showers, which were almost exactly the same. The team had to build a third shower just like the others, but they had to do it in a house that, even with significant renovations, was over 200 years old. For one, the new shower would require laying new pipe, increasing the size of the White House's water lines, putting in 4 new pumps, installing a special water tank with yet another high-powered pump of its own, 5 different custom shower interiors that weren't good enough, set after set of the 6 nozzles that sprayed hundreds of gallons of water per minute, which is actually more than a fire hose, along with a whole list of related construction jobs. The Park Service got involved in the crisis. A White House usher was even assigned to test the shower one time. He put on his bathing suit and entered the shower and was quickly blasted against the shower wall by the immense water pressure. But here's the thing that just makes it all so much more eccentric. Johnson demanded that his entire bathroom and shower be walled in mirrors from top to bottom, even covering the ceiling. Also, it had to be shockingly, unforgivingly bright. To accomplish this, they had to install so many lights that they also needed to install several fans to manage the temperature. This and the shower's scalding hot temperatures set the fire alarms off on a regular basis. Reds Arrington worked on that shower for almost President Johnson's entire term. Once, Reds was even hospitalized for several days after having a nervous breakdown all over that damn shower. When he finally finished, Johnson approached him and told him, "I just want to tell you that the shower is my delight, and I appreciate everything you did." Now, Reds did not say that this made up for everything, but he said that it made it a lot easier. In the end, the project cost tens of thousands of dollars that were paid out of classified funds, which had originally been intended for security. Yet, the first time the newly elected Richard Nixon saw Johnson's shower, the shower that had so consumed the president and haunted his staff throughout his entire term, he snapped, "Get rid of this stuff." And just like that, President Johnson's beloved shower was history.